Madam President, Mr. Vice President, thank you for your sustained efforts to secure a positive outcome to the negotiations here in Cancun, and for the warm welcome provided by the government and people of Mexico. Your constructive engagement with all parties has created the right atmosphere for progress in these talks. There is a moment in time when we must look beyond the relentless pursuit of economic growth. Real prosperity must reflect the future health and happiness of our children's lives. That moment has arrived. It is now time to aim high in our thoughts and in our deeds. The next generation's well-being depends on our actions in these crucial days. Our future development must be based on foundations that are socially, economically, and environmentally sustainable. To that end, in Ireland, our Central Statistics Office is developing a new welfare index with indicators that reflect the quality of life as well as the economic indicators. Ireland supports the case for strong, urgent action to reduce greenhouse gas emissions in order to stay as far below a 2 degrees Celsius increase in world temperatures. We know from the scientific advice that this is a necessity in order to avoid the worst effects of climate change. We must take an incremental but substantial step forward at COP16 here in Cancun. Ireland fully supports the international process under the Framework Convention on Climate Change. There is no realistic alternative, and we urge all parties, starting here in Cancun, with the benefit of your guidance, to underpin the process with a powerful consensus built on partnership and energised with a resolute determination to succeed. We wish to contribute to that partnership. In collaboration with UNEP and the World Resources Institute, Ireland is supporting a new and exciting research project that will address a number of the most pressing issues in the negotiations. Our objective is to seek out innovative ideas and to provide analysis on these as an input to parties and other stakeholders to stimulate progress on the issues and the negotiations generally. With UNEP and WRI, we look forward to presenting the results of this research at the Bonn session in June of next year. Ireland is also playing its part at home. We will meet our greenhouse gas limitation target for the purposes of the Kyoto Protocol. We have commenced transition to a low-carbon, climate-resilient and environmentally sustainable society. The Irish Government is currently finalising a legislative proposal that will provide statutory backing for our immediate and medium-term mitigation targets and our long-term transition objective. Our outlook is progressive, and the legislation will provide the clarity and certainty for all stakeholders. The legislation has been progressed as a matter of urgency, and I expect it to be in place early next year. Mr. Vice President, no country can tackle climate change on its own. The task is too great. All parties must work together in a spirit underpinned by mutual respect and support. Many developing countries who contributed least to climate change are already challenged by its impacts. Those countries don't just need our support, they deserve it. Ireland is committed to honouring its contribution to the Fast Start financing committed in the Copenhagen Accord. Despite our economic challenges in Ireland, the Government is making a Fast Start finance contribution of €23 million in 2010 through the Global Climate Change Alliance, established and operated by the European Commission. Fast Start finance was one of the most positive outcomes of COP15, and I hope that the response by developed countries will contribute to rebuilding trust and forging consensus that will enable early agreement on a fair and effective global response to climate change. Mr. Vice President, the Russian poet Yevgeny Yevtushenko once wrote, "The young will not forgive in us what we forgave." Truly, the young will not forgive us for failure. Obstacles exist, but we can look beyond them. We must look beyond them and see with clarity what is required. Our task here in Cancun is not easy, but I can assure you that Ireland will continue to support your efforts to reach a successful conclusion. Thank you.